aftermath of the shootings, many people will be working through the tragedy for a long time to come. Tonight, our Adam Schindler gives us a glimpse of what people are going through and what to do if you're faced with an active shooter.
People all over the United States have been suffering as a result of mass shootings and active shooter situations, but there are ways to cope and be prepared in case it happens to you. Victims of mass shootings and active shooter situations go through a traumatic experience that can have a long-lasting effect.
You went through something really horrible and traumatic. Things are going to be tough for a while, and you're not going to think as clearly, potentially. You may be more prone to anger or irritability, possibly sadness, and you may cycle through all of those quickly.
Dr. Sam Fiala said PTSD can also be experienced by friends and family members of mass shooting victims.
Someone you love and care about is threatened. You're obviously very close to that situation. So you could have some of the same types of experiences as the people that were there.
Paul Maselli with PM Firearms Instruction says it's also important to prepare for the worst case scenario.
I give active shooter survival seminars, or it's called CRACE training, which stands for Civilian Response to Active Shooter Events.
CRACE training centers around what you should do to protect yourself, like getting as far away from the shooter as possible or barricading yourself in a safe place. But Maselli says you must also be ready to defend yourself.
If you're in a spot where that shooter is breaching the room where you're in, don't just hope and pray. Do something, take violent action against them and try to take them out.
Experts agree that if you or a loved one have lived through anything like this, it's important to remember that healing takes time and to not be afraid to ask for help if you need it. In Killeen, Adam Schindler, 25 News.